Hello everyone and welcome to the to this Let's Play of Genso Suikoden 2. Unfortunately, we're also doing this episode on an emulator because I messed up real bad last time I played on a PlayStation 3. But I promise you, after this episode, I'll do my very best to avoid playing on an emulator in the future. But I think, for an example, Ryu right now is, he has a kindness rune equipped for some reason. I'm not really sure why. He probably has... Ew, crappy equipment. My Ryu is much better. Even one level higher, I think. But we're just gonna have to pull through this. At least this part of the game is not really that difficult, so it'll be fine. Let's just roll on ahead with the storylines. We can get back to where we left off on our PlayStation 3 save file. Yes. Lord Ryu, we've been waiting for you. Where have you been? Ha ha ha! Even Lord Ryu needs some time for himself now and then. After all, he's still a young man, if you know what I mean. Shu knows what he means. Lord Ryu, please do not forget your responsibilities as the leader of the Orange Army, not Orange Army, Allied Army. When you leave the castle, you must take every precaution to ensure your safety. The army would collapse without your leadership. That said, let's move on to today's briefing. Please begin, Apple. The Orange Army now commands nearly 25,000 soldiers, which is roughly equal to the size of each Highland Army company. The Highland Army has 4 companies, of which the 1st and 3rd and 4th are deployed against us. Kiba's 3rd company lost 2/3 of its forces in yesterday's battle, but the remaining companies could easily overwhelm this castle. If we are to survive their attacks, it is imperative that we bolster our own forces. Tento is fortifying its borders, but what reveal its intentions? We've sent a number of messengers, but have received no response. Green Hill is under Highland control. Matilda hasn't changed his position, and Tento is ignoring us. There's no other allies to turn to. This could be the end. We're running out of time. King Luke of Light will order the attack as soon as he gets back to the front line. Looks like you need to ask my old man for help. Who the hell? I love that Apple is just swearing when she wonders who people are. Like, who the hell are you? Hey, Apple, how you been? You look more womanly every time I see you. Who are you? Well, let's just say that I'm an old friend of Apple's. How dare you presume to say such a thing? Ha ha, still playing hard to get, eh, Apple? We're in the middle of an important meeting. You and she can reminisce when we're finished. Now, please leave immediately. Hey, hold on a minute. Listen to what I have to say. My father. Ridley, please wait a moment. This is serious business. We hardly need the help of some trespassing punk's old man. No, wait a minute. Get your hands off me. My dad's the president of the Torn Republic. Da, da. I love, do you see everyone has turned towards Sheena except for Shu? Shu totally ignores the entire situation. He's just like, yawn, boring. Yeah, right. No, please wait. That part is true. He really is President Lapon's son. Whistle, whistle, whistle. There you go. Whistle, whistle, whistle. I always love that moment when he gets like all whistly. See, I told you. Hey, Flick Victor, how's it going? Flick Victor, it sounds like a single person. Flick Victor. What's the Torn Republic? It's a new country south of the city-state, established after the state's perpetual enemy, the Scarlet Moon Empire, was overthrown and Emperor Barbarossa was killed. Their first president is a man named Lapont, although I heard it was MacDowell, the hero who vanquished Barbarossa, who was expected to take the throne. Allying with the Torn Republic certainly isn't a bad idea. It's a terrible idea! The Scarlet Moon Empire may have changed its name, but they're still an enemy of the state! How can you think of cooperating with such a vile nation? That's why the Scarlet Moon Empire was destroyed and the Torn Republic was created. It's a totally different country now, the same way that our Allied Army is independent of the City-State's army. There's no reason not to form an alliance. What do you think, Lord Ryu? Let's form an alliance. I think it's a great idea, but how are we going to get to Torren? We took a boat to Highland, but there's no way to cross the Badlands to the south of here. It just can't be done. Is that right? I crossed them 3 times. Of course, I was almost killed in the process. Bow. Fred, surely you know a way. Well, yes, I suppose you can take the Torn Republic from Rodat to the town just east of South Window. It's settled then. Sorry, I can't do it. Oh, get over it! You can't live in the past forever. Without their help, South Window itself could be destroyed. I understand. Lord Ryu, I will accompany you as a guide. Let's head to Radat. Boo boy, Fred is back in back in town. I'll go too. Things will go smoother that way. We're gonna keep Sheena in our party. He's actually pretty solid. Please, Lord Ryu, we're in desperate need of allies. You must forge an alliance with the Torn Republic. Okay, good luck. Like, don't we get a soldier convoy or something? Ugh, of course, this little thing. I must beg a favor of you, Lord Ryu. Before we go to Radat, can we stop in South Window? I know that it's selfish of me, but I must say it once more before we depart. That's actually optional. You don't have to go there. Normally, I don't, because I don't like Fred whatsoever. But we're nice people, so we're gonna do just that. But before that, we're gonna have to decide on a party. Now, of course, Fred is not how I built him up. He had a wind rune last time we saw him, and he's gonna get a new wind rune. Sheena is okay the way he is. Then we're gonna add in just some random people who are love leveled. He hasn't used Tuta, the guy who's played his save file. How rude. We're actually gonna use Mikloto and Kamis. They're pretty new. We haven't seen them in action yet, so. Kamis actually comes equipped with a Rage Rune. That's actually pretty good. Who else? Sid! Why not? Eee! I think these are the people I used. We're gonna... Well, when I originally played this episode, when I was talking like this all the time, that was probably super annoying, but hopefully it's not like this time. We're gonna put Kamas in the back row because he is the best mage of all of these three people. So he's probably gonna stay, or he has actually an equal mage with Mikloto. I'm not really sure why they like try to make a difference between them. Okay, there is actually a difference in magic stat. I didn't know that. But Mikloto is actually also above average, or average. You know, we expect him, since he's a knight, to be like super crappy at magic, but he is actually okay. You can totally use him as a mage, and he has B affinity with fire magic, I think. But unfortunately right now he can't use that. Let's see, we're not gonna equip any of those. We're gonna, on the other hand, we're gonna buy a wind rune. Yep. The thing is, Sid is pretty crappy with most magic, except for the Resurrection Rune, which he is very good. We're also going to buy a Fire Rune for Ryu, by the way. So what we're actually going to do is that we're going to head down to South Window, and we're going to buy a Darkness Rune for... No, Darkness! That's the rune he's good with, not Resurrection. He's crappy with Resurrection, sorry. But Darkness Rune, he has, I think, the highest affinity with it, or at least second highest affinity, which means he does a lot more damage, which is cool. So we're going to teleport out to South Window, which is, of course, the only town, I think, which sells Darkness Runes. Sorry. So let's see here. Hello, unique rune master that you never see anywhere else. Oh, a customer. How rare. What's your business? Your rare finds its water? Screw that. We're gonna buy Darkness though. It's expensive, but it looks cool, and there's always a few characters who can use it. Yeah, Sid has Waking equipped when he joins you. Waking is useless. Seriously, it's useless. There's no combination of runes that can make that doable or workable. What it does is... sorry. What it does is that you are asleep when the match starts, or the battle starts, and when you get hit and you wake up, you are Berserk. So it's basically a crappy version of the Berserk rune. It's really not good at all. One thing I'm not going to bother with, and since this is not my save file, is that I'm not going to bother with upgrading your weapons. I did in my PlayStation 3 file, so I think at least they all got up to level 10 in weapons, and I know that these people probably don't. Yeah, but they're still pretty good. It's Fred who will struggle, so... But, you know, that's nothing new. I saw that we got a question mark ways here, no doubt, and that's can be what this guy is looking for. But I just... it would be pretty funny if it actually was a Celadon urn. Yeah, it actually was. That's one way of finding it. Okay, that's a pretty weird. It's really rare. I didn't get that in my ordinary save file. I bought it in the next town we're going to. Oh wait, we forgot about... damn it, we were all the way back in South Window. Damn it. We forgot all about Fred's little... Oh, I want to see my South Window again. Actually, nothing happens if you just skip it, but we're gonna be nice people, so... But yeah, the Suikoden urn, it's like super rare. I think it's like 2.5% drop chance. It might be even less. And that's the thing you need in order to make LeBron, the guy we just visited, to have him join you, you need to have a Suikoden urn. So he should have joined us right now, but our castle level is too low. But I also found a Suikoden urn, of course, in my PlayStation 3 save file, where I bought one in the next town. So, you know, I still have a Suikoden urn in our ordinary save file. So nothing new there. But it's a cool thing to experience to actually find it that way. Anyway, sorry once again, I'm starting to become, like, get a cold, so I'm a bit coughy. Lord Ryu, after he agreed to surrender, that's when they took Lord Grandmire's head and mounted it in front of the city hall. He was a gentleman. 3 years ago, when he retreated from a border skirmish with the Torn Republic, all of Tinto called him a coward. As it turned out, surrendering to Highland was a bad mistake. If we had lived in a peaceful world, he would have been seen as a wise ruler, but gentleness has become a sin in this world. It's actually kind of a cool statement, actually. But despite that, I'm proud of Lord Grandmire, and I will do everything in my power to save the city of South Window. To get to the Torn Republic, we need to take a boat from Rodot and cross the mountain road from the small town downriver. Actually pretty... I forgot that he said something so deep, like... But... now I kind of forgot what he said, but... that... Not weakness has become a weakness, but... Compassion? No, I don't remember. It was beautiful when Fred said it. It made sense, and it was kind of sad, and it made you think. I promise you. Just go back there and see it again, and you'll know what I mean. Okay, we didn't face any monsters. That was really nice. Whew. Another thing that we did in the PlayStation 3 episode is that we bought a piglet right here. Oink, oink, oink. We're gonna do it right now, too. Hey, mister, wanna buy a piglet? It's cheap, only 5,000 potch. I'll buy it. It can be repeated quite often, though. This kid will come back again and again and again. I'm sorry, I don't have any left. Oh, this guy? Oh, he's not for sale. Okay, sorry. That grandma, by the way, that's standing over here, who talks about her grandson at the mercenary fort, still doesn't have any updates, so... kind of sad. One of my favorite characters is not yet here. He will stand here after a while. Promise you, he's awesome. So let's get to this fabled town downriver. Hello, old man. Master Fred, this is a pleasant surprise. Are you a member of the Allied army now? Oh, that's right. And in order to win the war, it is crucial that we get to a town downriver. Will it take out your boat for us? Oh, of course. I like how he's like so blindedly trusting. Like, it's crucial to the war effort that we get to a small town downriver. It's totally not for a fishing holiday. Not at all. Okay, we'll take you there. In this coming town, Banner Village, it's, as they said, pretty small, but they have a super important item shop. An item shop that I was super lucky when I went there. Like, I was beyond lucky. Lord Ryu, if you take the mountain path from this town, we'll come out in the Torn Republic. They can sell 3 rare items here, and I got all 3 of them, so I was super, super lucky. Oh, no. Okay, full plate wasn't here last time, but rabbit plants were here, which is, of course, another, like, for a mini quest, side quest that we'll get to later. The roast birch, which is super important to recruiting one character later in the game, and, of course, like, it's an accessory. You see, nobody can use it. It's pretty cool. And one thing that's pretty cool here is that Sid can equip the heavy necklace that we find here. We'll find another great accessory also for Sid later in the dungeon that's ahead. In this town, there's really nothing of note. If you didn't recruit Anita back in Muse, she will be sitting here and drinking. I think you can get a recipe from this lady in here, sitting here doing something. Let's see. No, it isn't her. And it's actually some seedlings, isn't it? Did you come all the way from South Window? You must be exhausted. Here, please take this. It's a seed potato from my home. The potatoes grown from it taste wonderful. Thank you. I think it might just have been my imagination that there's a recipe you can find here too. Another secret is in this barrel, I think. An empty barrel. In this barrel? There you go. There's something shiny. And you get alert, which sucks. Become hyper after 4 turns. I think hyper increases magic damage. But, you know, it's just not worth it whatsoever. We're not exploring this town so much right now. I mean, there's 2 unique characters here that we aren't talking to, like, for example, Ellie. Good day, sir. No, but please stay at my family's inn. We don't get many guests here in Banner. Who will play... That's all the things she will do during the entire game. I'll explain her role later in another episode, much later in the game. Hey, look! Cool, huh? My mom made us. I'm General Ryu. Take that, Highland dogs. Oh, you. I get it. You like General Ryu too, huh? Hey, mister, have you actually seen General Ryu? General, I like that. Most of the citizens here will warn you about going into the mountain path. They'll just be like, oh no, there are monsters in there. Oh, you can't go there. Oh, by the way, we're now officially kind of in Torin. So listen to the music. I think that's so cool. I love it. This will be difficult though. We need to use some magic here to counter all of these people. I'm thinking we're gonna use... Oh, it's more difficult than I thought. Shining Light, I guess. And we're gonna steal the life of a samurai. I'm not sure if we have used... this can actually be pretty deadly, this match. There's so many of them, but it'll be nice experience points if we manage to defeat them pretty quickly. What was I talking about again? I was talking about something. Yeah, the Darkness Rune. Right. The Darkness Rune is a child rune. Oh. Now we know that we haven't plugged in our sound systems there correctly. The plugins. But once again, this will probably be the last time we ever play on an emulator, so just stick with me. Wow, Freddy's so slow he doesn't even heal himself first. Ah, but of course we have the Night Rune equipped on Camus. No, on Mikloto. That's pretty clever. Mikloto has a rune that's permanently equipped on him, the Night Rune, which makes him protect characters with low HP when they get attacked in hand-to-hand. It can, it's not a good rune at all. I hate it, but you know, you can't remove it, so it just has to be there. But it fits his character. I was talking about the Darkness Rune. You might recognize that many of the runes or the spells that comes with the Darkness Rune are based on the Soul Eater rune back in Suikoden 1. It's kind of like considered a child rune, as they call it. Which is great. Camus and Mikloto, by the way, have a unit attack called the Night Attack, I think. Which is pretty handy. It can do some damage, but it can also leave them unbalanced, which is not good. That's really, really bad. We'll see if we can use it in the next fight or something. I think I might have said in an earlier episode that in this dungeon you can find a recipe. That's a lie. Yeah, you can find food here, definitely. I think you can find the Japanese stew food, but you can't find the recipe. The recipe is much later in the game, unfortunately. So we still have to wait a long while to play Hayo's little minigame. We can't even go to the restaurant, which pisses me off, because I love that restaurant. I think it's such a cool idea. But, whatever. We're gonna get there eventually. We're gonna dedicate like 2 whole episodes just to playing that little minigame, I think, after a long while. But it'll take many episodes before we reach that point, unfortunately. This dungeon is actually one of the longer dungeons in the game. It has a lot of treasures. Most of them are not good. Most of them are actually really, really crappy, but you can earn a lot of money here. Like, we already earned in all the money we spent on runes and stuff here. So if you want to grind money, or if you need to grind money sometimes, then this is the place to go. We're going to try to find all of the treasures here. Right now we're going to try the Night Attack. The Night Attack. while we steal the soul of someone again. Let's see here. Go for it, guys. Oh, the sound is messed up. As you might see, none of them now got unbalanced. Gotta keep silent when that rune animation plays, that's for sure. None of them got unbalanced, and that's just by chance. I think there's a 30% chance that they get both unbalanced while doing that thing, so... It's not always such a good idea. Let's see now. Full helmets. Can you equip, right? I don't think anyone else can equip a full helmet in this group. This is the third monster type you can meet here. Rin, Round, 10. They always come in groups of 3, and they have their own unite attack. It's pretty cool. And it's also kind of destructive, so you need to be careful here, actually. They target one person. And they actually do kind of major damage to them, so... But, as you might see, they're all standing on one row. Most people don't realize that, but that makes it easier to target them, for example, with Firewall, which is my favorite spell against these guys. Because it looks like it only hits 10-10 or whatever her name is, but it hits all of them. At least we're not using their unite attack, that's good. We are, though. These are the movements, by the way. They can drop food that's pretty cool. I think it's called Ladies' Lunch or Diet Lunch. I think that's pretty cool. And it's very effective food, too. Heats a lot of HP. Bum 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 bum. Cool flashback, though, to Suikoden 1. I like it. Ah, Diet Lunch! There you go! That's so cool. This episode is actually, like, much cooler than the one I recorded originally because we find so many rare items now. Let's see, Diet Lunch, I think it is pretty effective at healing. Yeah, 650 HP, and we have 5 of them. That's some diet. That's the diet I go on every day. Just eat as much as you want. Cough, cough, cough. I think, oh, we're already here now. Okay, good. At least we're already at the ladders. The ladders have a lot of treasures, and none of them are any good, except for that one thing that's only for Chaco and Sid. I think it's just called, like, wing accessory or something. Or wing ornament, that's the name. But it's actually super good for wingers. This has, like, 20 in defense and, like, some speed stat +2. It's sick. As I said, we're about halfway now to Gregminster. Spoiler alert, that's where we're going. We're going to Gregminster. We're going to see good old Gregminster. And I think this is the wing ornament, I think. No, it's not. This is something else. But along the way, there's another town, actually. Mentioned quite a lot in Suikoden 1, but we could never get there. And I don't think we're actually gonna get there this episode either. Magic Ring, by the way, is super, super nice. It gives 7 in defense, which is nice, but it gives a magic boost of 15. It doesn't affect the total... like right now, if we had given this to Sid instead, then Sid would have gotten 100. No, it wouldn't. If we had given it to Mikloto, he would have gotten 100 plus in magic, but he still wouldn't have the 4th rune slot open or 4th rune magic open. Unfortunately. Once again, sorry for coughing, but I'm starting to build up a cold, which is not nice. It's really sad and bad, and I don't like it, but it happens. Let's see, I think this is the wing ornament, the highest. There we go, wing ornament. Let's immediately go to Sid and 19 in defense and speed +12. It's seriously one of the best accessories in the game, but of course only people with wings can use it, which means Sid and Chaco, so not really that, what can we call it? Not really that versatile when it comes to usage. One more treasure chest here on this ledge thingies, and it's supposed to be a poison rune. Where is it? There it is. Poison sucks big time. It can inflict poison status on an enemy if you equip it on a weapon, but like poison damage is like 15 every single turn or something. It's like not useful whatsoever. But I was talking about the second town you can go to on this road. It's right around the corner right now. We'll go visit it, of course. But we can't actually visit it. That was difficult to explain. We can't go there, but we'll get thrown out immediately. But we're gonna go there anyway, just to, like, see it. just keeping silent while that reanimation plays. It's probably the last time it's going to play in this episode, though, so nowhere more worries. I want to see some... Yeah, there we go. Finally somebody getting unbalanced from that unit attack. Because that's what can happen, so I'm glad that it finally did. Okay, roll. And there's one boss in this dungeon that we're gonna get to eventually, but it's like seriously pathetic. But as you might see right now, you know, it's a hidden village. It's a village, not a town, it's a village. If you go down here, this took me 2 playthroughs to find, I think. Because I think Richmond can mention it in some of his Richmond's investigations. That, oh, there's apparently a secret village on their way to whatever the hell. And then boom, Rokaku Hamlet. Rokaku, of course, is mentioned a lot in Suikoden, one as a ninja village. That was burned down by Tio McDowell, I think. And boom, it's in existence again. A spy, says Sasuke. Cool. Do you expect me to believe you just accidentally stumbled across a town as well hidden as Rokaku? Well, on closer inspection, you're just a harmless kid. Sasuke, Manjo, escort him back to the road. Yes, sir. Kinda cool. So we have to go there eventually. We can't right now. Because, you know, we can't get in there. A decision that we're gonna make in the next episode really affects how quickly we can enter that village. There's a lot of goodies there, so I'm kind of torn on what to do, actually, about it. Most of the time I probably suggest... we can talk about it in the next... Or I'll probably talk about it in the next episode. Yeah, probably. Let's just kill these tigers and get on with it. Just saw that somebody has tried to call me. Nah, we're gonna have to wait. Okay, another battle done. I think we're closing in on the end of this dungeon. If we get down to like a crossroads now soon, after this screen, boom, yes, and a save point. And of course, save point is like, something's gonna happen. I don't think I picked up the silver shield actually in the last episode. Mikloto uses a 2-handed sword, so he can't use it. Camus uses a 1-handed sword, but he already has a kite shield, which is okay. Fred, on the other hand, has a wooden shield, which is the most pathetic shield ever. Wow, that's actually a pretty good shield. I should have picked it up in my other playthrough as well, but whatever. We're gonna run away. Oh, couldn't escape, of course. Well, maybe we can see one of the most annoying parts of these samurais. When they use that lightning attack, they can unbalance you. Didn't happen now, though, but it can. And when it does, it's super annoying. Oh, come on! I don't want to fight these guys. They're so boring. Whatever, it's not my save file. We're gonna bribe our way out of here. Sorry, but it's not my save file. I don't care. So let's see now. We're just gonna make sure that we don't go the right way. There we go. A silver lit. Defense plus 11. Nobody deserves it right now. Run, 10-10. You can just get out of my way, because we're gonna head to the boss of this dungeon now. Of course, when you see a save file, you know that there's a boss coming up. Probably the easiest boss in the game, so I'm not even gonna save. I'm just gonna move on. It's seriously pathetic. It's shouldn't even be considered a boss. It should just be considered an enemy with a lot of HP. It has one good attack, but it uses it so rarely. So let's check out the worm. It's gonna attack, shredding. The attack you can use that is good is a magic attack that attacks all people, so we're gonna use Canopy Defense to counter that if he ever uses it. We're gonna use Explosion, and we're gonna use Final Bell and just go crazy. Okay, good luck, guys. Canopy Defense, go! Sheena, use Canopy Defense! The worm has one pathetic attack, which is when he jumps all over you and hits 2 of your people. You'll see it probably in just a few moments. Ooh, I love the explosion, actually. It looks like an elevated flame arrows, which I think is appropriate. Another one. Oh, yawn, he hasn't even attacked yet. There we go, he actually uses his best attack from the start. Color me impressed, but of course we defend against it, so no worries. But I'm happy he actually used that attack, so we just could see it, because we didn't get to see it in the last episode. When I recorded this originally, you know, he didn't use it. Okay, we used most of our good magic now, so we're just gonna... There's only 2 people now who can use some more magic, that's Sid and Ryu, so... We're gonna steal some souls and burn some bridges. I love the firewall skull, I think it looks so cool. Especially when you're placed in the middle, because it seems like the fire from both sides like comes from 2 different characters, if you know what I mean. It looked like it was Camus and... Ooh, Sheena critically even knocked him down, poor guy. Well, that means that he so far has done 0 damage to us. Good job so far, boss fight. Guess we're just gonna continue attacking then, and then he can get in some dancing flames. You know what? Ryu's gonna get in a dancing flame too. We don't need him to heal, so go crazy. He's soon dead anyway. If you've seen my boss fight videos that I uploaded like 2 years ago almost, my Necklord boss fight, it was Shid who finished off Necklord with a Stealer of Souls. It's kind of creepy. We know where Landis from Suikoden 3 comes from now. And that's the worm. He did 0 damage to us. So, some boss fight. And they all got at least 1 level up, so... Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Anyway, that's been it for this episode. We're gonna call this an episode and just go back here and save, so... Thank you for joining me. From next episode, again, we'll be back on our ordinary original file. So take care until then. Hope you don't mind me playing on an emulator once in a while just because I screw up, but it's all for you guys, so you don't have to hear this all the time. Okay, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.